everybody, coming at you. Day 14, day 15, overfeeding metabolism experiment summation. So while I'm waiting for you guys to get on board, the sad news today of the death and the passing of Franco Colombo. People from my era of bodybuilding. It's very impactful. So rest in peace, Franco Colombo. And yeah, so just wanted to do that little quick shout out as you're getting on board. So day 14, day 15, metabolism experiment. I'm noticing not too many bad things. With the infrequent workouts, I do notice the glycogen is full. The glycogen stores are full, so I feel like my muscles are fuller and stuff as opposed to when I'm on a full diet strategy. But it is day 14 and day 15. 2 days left, day 16 and 17. They're both travel days, so I'm not sure if I'll get to you on, in the airports or whatever. I may not. It's hard to say. The other thing I'm noticing is people are reporting in and saying, well, it's not extreme eating experiment. No, I've never said it was an extreme eating experiment. It's an extended overfeeding experiment. It's not an extreme overfeeding experiment. At age 58, I wouldn't do that to my body for one thing, and I certainly wouldn't do that to my vacation. To extreme overeat, that means then the rest of my day is going to be with gastrointestinal distress, feeling uncomfortable, feeling bloated, feeling slow and lethargic. That's not the point, to impress everybody with how much food I can down. I said that from the beginning. It was about constant overfeeding on hyperpalatable foods for an extended period of time, not an extreme. So, and again, at my age, I wouldn't be able to extremely overeat anyway. And the plant-based diet has taught me a lot about the resilience of the gut microbiomes when it comes to all this stuff. Way different than when I used to come here and go and have a big porterhouse 32-ounce steak and all those kind of things. So I don't feel much. Again, obviously I've gained weight. We'll see how much next week when I get back home and do the official weigh-in for week 1 and week 2. I'm expecting about 2 weeks before weight returns to normal. We will see on that. But it's definitely hitting all the right areas, including, you can tell we're going live in a restaurant format, so it's going to get noisy, and then it's going to get quiet, and then it's going to get noisy. So, because we're outside in Aruba, so you'll have to give us a pass on that. So again, for those comments, I never once said this was going to be an extreme overeating experiment. Okay, it's an extended overeating experiment, and I'm seeing a lot of pluses from it in terms of how long it takes to fill depleted glycogen stores, which is about 2 weeks, and I'm in day 15, so that makes relative sense. 2 more days of travel and overeating, and we'll see. But as you can see, 15 days of overeating so far. I mean, I'm not doing this to brag or anything like that, but I'm not hanging 10. I'm not hanging 20. We'll see how much the weight gain was, but a lot of it's gone right through the muscle stores. Feels like someone's put an air pump in my muscles. So very interesting that way. So we'll see. We'll see when I get back. But again, just to clarify, never once said this was an extreme overeating. I said it was an extended overeating experiment. So we're day 14, day 15. I will post tomorrow all the food that was consumed today. Just finishing at the tandoor, where I had a dal with, 5, 6, 7 pieces of big naan bread and appetizers, and of course my barley malts beer to start out. And earlier in the day, what you'll see is canister of chips, Dunkin' Donuts again with corn muffins and coffee cake muffins, and then what you'll also see, of course, is the beginning of the day with some more pad thai and some coconut-based curried green veggies, etc., etc. So continuing the overfeeding, 2 more days left. definitely looking forward to getting back in the normal diet strategy. But for now, I'm not seeing a whole lot of ill effects. Definitely haven't suffered any psychological effects. And the benefits of the overfeed on optimizing metabolism are going to be obvious. Any comments or questions?
Oh, your number one fan, Alice, says hi, Coach. And Michelle, have you weighed in? So not yet. That's next Thursday.
No, I'll be weighing in for the first time on Thursday, and that'll be 3 weeks from day one. The day before we started the overfeed. So that'll be 3 weeks in total. That'll be 4 days after going back to the normal diet strategy. So we'll see how much weight was gained, and then we will see how long it takes for that weight to come off and go back to normal. So it's been a pretty good experiment. Again, I don't see a whole lot of negative repercussions or ramifications. I'm happy to report that. I don't know what you guys see, but I'm still feeling a healthy glow, not feeling like a pumpkin head or anything like that. But definitely after 15 days, 2 more days to go, I'm looking forward to getting back on the regular diet strategy. But again, it's been a great experiment, and it's had a lot of benefit already, I think, and just looking forward to getting back to the regular world. So there's a little pitter patter for you.
Oh God.
So that still works at my age. Anyway, any questions or comments on the topic?
No, Michelle's looking forward to the results, and she said enjoy.
Well, it's always been results. All the way along, it's been results. This is what I'm reporting on. But yeah, the numbers, we'll see what the numbers play out as. But the numbers aren't the be-all, end-all of anything. But just to clarify again, it wasn't about extreme overeating experiment. It was about extended overeating experiment, which is now into day 15. 2 more days left, so I will try to get back to you before it ends on day 17, and then I'll definitely get back to you a week next Thursday when we do the next weigh-in after the fact and back on the diet. So hopefully you guys have been enjoying the experiment, following along. Our last night in Aruba, so that's always bittersweet, but definitely had put the feed bag on tonight here at Tandoor. And loaded up, Buttercup. So
you got 2 more.
All right. So.
Okay, so Linda, I think a lot of the weight gain will be from the salt and water and come right off. And then Alice, you look the same to me. I can't wait for the weigh-in.
Yeah. So let's not forget that numbers don't tell everything.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could weigh in and be the same amount of body fat, but just with the glycogen storage refilled. That's going to hold weight because glycogen in the muscle holds water, 2.7 grams per 1 gram, so that holds a lot of water in and of itself. So some of that weight gain is going to be actually beneficial. So we will see, but let's not put too much stock in the numbers. So far it's been mostly beneficial, and again, you have to have a break from something you do constantly, a vacation from work, vacation from workout regimen, vacation from diet regimen. All those things help to recharge, restart, reboot, get you back in the groove again. Same thing with professional sports. That's why they have an off season in professional sports and a regular season and a playoff. You peak, you go back to the beginning, you rest, you reboot, recharge. So hopefully all that makes sense. Questions or comments?
Yep, Michelle says, hoping a refeed like this helps me during a longer prep. Yep, it will. Yep.
I would assume. It depends where your metabolism is at. That always requires, some kind of assessment. Like I said, there's a reason from day 1 that I reported that most North Americans gain the most permanent weight from the U.S. Thanksgiving to Christmas or to New Year every year. And yet that never happens in an optimized metabolism environment. So day 14, day 15, 2 more days to go, and then back in normal rhythm and rhyme of life and diet and meal strategy. Whole food, plant-based diet, I can't emphasize that enough, especially in terms of this experiment. It's even been eye-opening to me in terms of how responsive the gut is, microbiomes, etc. The only time I ever had any kind of just a feeling issue was the day I ate all that cake, and that was because it probably had non-plant-based ingredients in it, animal-based foods, you know, and flour and sugar, etc., etc. So that's it. Day 14, day 15. And I'm going to wrap it up, Buttercup. And I don't know if I'll get to you 2 travel days coming up. I'm going to try, but we'll definitely post photos at least. So stay tuned for that. Leave your comments or questions and what you want to know. But the overfeeding metabolism experiment almost all the way done. So I will see you all within the next day or 2. But follow the photos, because then you can at least keep up to date on the photo proof of all the nom. So, all right, so I'm signing off. I'll see you all sometime tomorrow. Look for day 15's refeed tomorrow morning on Facebook, and I will make sure I post that. So, but it's time for me to shut it down. I turn into a pumpkin in the next 5 minutes. So that's it for me. I like doing this. I'm full of glycogen. All right, folks. We'll see you next time.